I'm Victor Okonkwo. Today, I'll guide you through how to set up a secure and high-performing website, WordPress website on AWS. Whether you're a business owner or a tech enthusiast, this setup ensures your website is fast, reliable, and cost-effective. Okay. First, I'll explain WordPress. What is WordPress? WordPress makes building a web, and in AWS ensures that those websites are powerful and reliable. WordPress is one of the most popular content management systems in the world. They are used by millions of websites to create and manage their online presence. It's user-friendly, it's customizable, and it's free. AWS is a cloud platform that helps you keep your website fast, secure, and always available to visitors worldwide. Some benefits of using AWS to host WordPress websites. They include scalability. AWS can handle a lot of traffic effortlessly. It can grow with your website. Whether you're starting as a small business or you're experiencing sudden surge traffic, AWS can handle it. It's reliability. AWS has multiple data centers around the world, so your website can stay online even if one location faces any issues. You can even duplicate your site in another region for extra backup. Security. AWS acts as a digital security guard, protecting your website with tools like encryption and firewalls. Cost effectiveness. With AWS, you only pay for what you use. So if no one visits your website, you're not spending anything on the website. So move to the next slide. Amazon EC2 um, is a virtual computer. It's like renting a powerful computer online where your website will live. You can think of EC2 as a computer that runs websites or WordPress for you, but it's going to be available 24/7, 24 hours a day, so long as you don't shut it down. So first, if you want to create an EC2, you navigate to the EC2 dashboard on AWS. You create an instance by choosing the Amazon machine image, like Windows, Linux, Ubuntu, CentOS. But in this case, we are using Linux. You configure your security groups to define access, permissions, and decide who can visit your website. The page EC2 dashboard looks like this. See here, you can see your different machine image options. There's a Linux for Amazon, there's macOS, there's Ubuntu, and the rest. Finally, you launch your EC2 instance. After launching your EC2 instance, we install LampStack. LampStack is the engine that powers your WordPress website. It includes Linux, Apache, MySQL. Linux is the operating system where everything runs. Apache serves as a web server. It delivers your website to visitors. MySQL is a database storing all your content securely. PHP, the tool that makes your website interactive and dynamic. Once these are installed, um, your WordPress website is ready to run smoothly. Configuring RDS for your database hosting. RDS is like moving your is like using RDS is like moving your website storage to a separate secure warehouse, different from the EC2, the server where it's running. This way, the main computer doesn't get overwhelmed. That's your EC2 doesn't get overwhelmed. This makes your website faster, more secure, managed separately. It's also best practice to separate the database from the web server. To create an RDS, you go to your RDS dashboard in AWS. You choose MySQL database engine. You configure the database, modify security groups to connect to the EC2 instance you created. Now we download and configure WordPress. You download WordPress, set the right file permissions so that the server can access it, and edit the configuration file to link it to your database. This step connects all the pieces we have set up so far. Our, our website is almost ready. Now you log into you open a separate browser on your your Chrome browser. You open a separate a new page on your Chrome browser. You put your EC2 IP address without you put your without the that's without the secure without any SSL certificates. It will bring out this page now, the WordPress installation wizard. All you have to do is you follow the configuration, follow the instructions on the screen. You set up your admin credentials and other settings. Once you complete the setup wizard, your WordPress site is live, and you see this page. You're ready to welcome visitors. It's for you to configure however you see fit. With AWS and WordPress, you are ready to build a website that is fast, secure, ready to grow with your needs, and welcome visitors. So thank you. Thank you for your time. I'm happy to take your questions.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Victor. Sorry about my environment, it's a bit noisy. That was actually very quick, and thank you for the presentation. Okay, someone was saying, I didn't know if, someone was saying your voice was low. Even from my end, it was quite low. All right, so maybe for next time, maybe try to work on the audio.
Okay.
All right, please, do we have questions to ask Victor? Victor, you're in the DevOps team, so how does hosting WordPress and AWS, what's the connection between your role as a DevOps engineer and WordPress? So I know you've spoken about hosting it. So what does your role as a DevOps engineer do based on your presentation?
Let me get you right. You're asking what's the connection between the DevOps engineer and hosting WordPress? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How will I do this now? Hosting hosting WordPress will involve a lot of cloud infrastructure and automation. This aligns with the responsibilities of a DevOps engineer. As a DevOps engineer, you're supposed to have skills of provisioning some infrastructures on an AWS like EC2 instance, the RODS. You're supposed to have those skills, yeah. Um, you're supposed to be able to have for performance of the site. You're supposed to be able to monitor the site, be able to scale the site. Yeah, it's not just to put the site up. If it grows, it's if it attracts more users, then it will have to scale. The website has to scale bigger. As a DevOps engineer, you're supposed to have in EC2. There's something called auto scaling. You set it up, I think you use a load balancer to set it up so that if your users increase, you might have it might increase, it might add another EC2, may add another instance to your compute needs so that it can accommodate more load. If your users reduce, it will shrink it automatically. So these are skills for cloud engineers, for DevOps engineers that they are supposed to have. So all this will help you save costs for better security, better performance of your website. And these are basically the skills that a DevOps engineer needs to have, a cloud engineer needs to have. So that's where it relates to DevOps engineering. I hope I was clear enough.
All right, that's fine. You have questions in the chat box. Please can you check?
Okay. Please, my name